If you're a beginner in dropshipping, I want to tell you right now the 5 mistakes that would save you a lot of hustle and that would even prevent you not actually quitting dropshipping. So mistake number 1, jumping from a niche to another. And this is something really known actually for beginner dropshippers. And I really understand it because if you go and see the YouTubers, what they're telling you, it's just amazing what I see as content. And these YouTubers, you have to stop taking them seriously because they're YouTubers, they're not dropshippers. They're just copying something and telling it, which is not true because they're not doing what they're preaching. So let's go back to the mistake, jumping from a niche to another. So just logically, for example, if you're jumping from you have €1,000, let's say, and that €1,000, I'm gonna give it to you to test your products. So imagine, you're gonna find, for example, I don't know, product in your dog niche, for example, if that's what you like. And then you're gonna test the product for €300. Product fails, doesn't work. It happens, and 99% of the time it's gonna happen. So when it fails, what are you gonna do? You're gonna close the shop, you're gonna throw the pixel, the data, and you're gonna jump to another product in another niche, maybe kitchen niche. Then you're gonna spend another €300. What's gonna happen? Product fails, close the website. It's like, imagine if the shops around the world, like the physical shops, were just opening a shop, it doesn't work, close. Opening another shop in another niche, open, close, open, close, open, close. It doesn't work like that. What you should do is stick with one niche and test the product in that niche. Means if you're gonna go dog style niche, not doggy style, but anyway, if you're gonna go to the dog niche, for example, just test all the products in the dog niche. And what makes it better actually is that you can actually put print on demand as well, sell t-shirts with dogs, cats, and so, and at the same time you're testing the products from AliExpress or from another, let's say, provider. Second mistake is actually having a relationship with the first mistake is choosing the wrong niche. I see a lot of people trying to sell, for example, jewelry. I mean, if you're not an influencer or if you're not a famous person, you're not having a lot of money, please stop selling those kind of stuff. People buy these things for status. What brings status is the brand. And if you want to have a brand, you need to be famous or you need to have tons of Saudi Arabia oil so you can make a brand, which normally a dropshipper beginner would not have. He would be just poor for that. But anyway, try to go away from the jewelry side or whatever and try to go to the niches where like kitchen niche, gadget niche, all these solving problem products that are easier, let's say, to sell to the customers because they're not seeable and he's gonna buy it to fix a problem and not for status, for example. And that's the thing that I would recommend you as a beginner, and that what works for me actually, just sell products that solve a solution, solve a problem. The third mistake that I see actually dropshippers are doing, and it's really stupid, and dropshipping became so lazy, or maybe the YouTubers showed that dropshipping is so easy that dropshippers became lazy, let's say. And that is, you're not buying the product or testing the product before selling it to your customer. I mean, I'm not talking even from an ethical point of view, which is as well stupid, but please, before you sell something, try it, because when you try the thing, you know what are the selling points, you know what is the weakness, you can film it, means you will have your proper content that no one will have, so you're gonna have an advantage, and you will not gonna get chargebacks. You know what happens when you test the products? People are buying them, and when they buy the products, they have a 20 days, let's say, so they can get the product to test it for themselves. And in that 20 days, normally you test the product for, let's say, 7 days, and then 7 until the 10th day you start your scaling process. Imagine scaling with a product that is not working, when there is absolutely trash. You know how many chargebacks are you going to get? You know that Stripe is going to close your account. PayPal is going to close your account. So please don't do that. And just, hey, it's an extra step that is 100% worth it. And it's going to save you all the hustle. And it's going to save you as well from quitting and really making money by making your video. Hope you get that. The fourth thing that I see actually people doing as well is scaling without customer service. I have no idea if you never sold online, but people are just used to getting their products maximum in 3 days, 5 days max. So imagine if your product is coming on a camel, swimming through China to Europe. How would you explain that to your customer every time? You better make a template and just send it to your people. But no, seriously, just please, customer service. Just go to Fiverr, find a customer service guy, I don't know, from somewhere around the world for $3, $4, whatever dollars the hour. It's really worth it. And he's going to sit down. You're going to tell him, hey, here are the templates and here is what you can say, blah, blah, blah. And he would just really help you clear your mind. Because if you start answering those messages or those complaints of your customers, you're really going to have a hard time selling your product, let's say, because you're going to have always these customer complaint in your head and you'll be like, okay, I don't need this anymore. And you're just going to stop really selling the product. So better get someone, outsource it to answer your customers' emails, and that's it. I mean, it's an easy problem to solve. And the fifth mistake actually that a dropshipper beginner is doing is buying or scaling from a supplier on AliExpress is not reliable. Don't do that. Don't never scale without outsourcing an agent or a really good supplier with good reviews. That is just really stupid. So the 20 days waiting or shipping waiting time is really long if you're going to scale, because you're going to get a lot of emails. So just go to Fiverr, Upwork, find an agent and just be like, hey, I have this product and I need an agent to go and check the quality, or check me, for example, I want to buy bulk, and then just buy bulk and he's going to keep it in his place. Some people keep it in their apartments, and whenever you sell, for example, he's going to do the shipping for you and you just pay him a commission or you pay him something small. So I really, really, really recommend you to do that before you scale. Otherwise, you're going to have as well big problems. And last but not least, whatever. Anyway, last bonus mistake that actually the dropshippers are doing is whenever you search for dropshipping for beginners on YouTube, you're going to come across a bunch of YouTubers or gurus or teenagers, I call them, that tells you that the world is easy and dropshipping is the solution if you just watch my video so I can gain money from your views or buy my course. These people do not do what they preach. Please stop being dumb. And if you see them posting every week or every day, they are not dropshippers. The dropshippers that I know, for example, from 2015 or 2016, 17, they're not even posted anymore. They're concentrating on building their brands, their businesses, real estates, all of that shit. They don't have anything to do with YouTube. They don't need that. This is actually one of the most important things that you have to look for. Never, or let's say, watch or follow 1 or 2 YouTubers that don't post frequently. Well, I hope you gain valuable information from this, and hey, from a dropshipper to another, start dropshipping right now and stop watching videos. And just saying, goodbye.